Alright lads, how you all doing? My name's Hysteria and this is just a quick commentary for Saturday. Saturday's usually a busy day for me, lots of things to do and whatnot, so I said I'd try and get a quick gameplay and a quick commentary in the 1 hour that I had for myself, you know, because I could have spent that 1 hour doing so many other things, but no, I wanted to make a video because I've been having thoughts in my head and they're making my brain hurt, and you know, I want to see if you guys can make sense of it. Quickly, the gameplay is a bit of Rush on Gulf of Oman. It's actually a pretty good map for Rush, I believe, much better than it is for Conquest. It's a pretty nice Rush map. Like, I like the fact that you have the tanks in there right from the start and they can fuck up your shit. So it's a pretty cool map, you know. I loved this second part here, defending. This is the part I always do best at, and I actually do pretty well this game. But enough about that bullshit. Topic what I wanted to talk about today was Bad Company 3 and how Battlefield 3's kind of image or persona will affect that game. Because I'm just going to take into account that you guys have all played the Bad Company series. You know, it's probably one of the best video game series that there is at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to Bad Company 3, you know, for whenever it comes out, like maybe 2-3 years from now, because it looks like DICE are focused on Battlefield 4 right now, and that's pretty cool. I can see, because Battlefield 3 was such like a big hit and stuff, that they kind of want to continue on. They don't want to lose their kind of win streak by bringing out another genre, and like, it's still a Battlefield game, you know. It's but what I want to talk about is Battlefield 3. You know how it's completely different to Bad Company. Like Bad Company 2, for instance, I'm going to use that as my example. And because there's so much more in it, it's just a more kind of complicated game. There's a lot more attachments and vehicle attachments and just DLC and premium bullshit and all that. And is this kind of like customization going to be carried on into Bad Company 3? Because Bad Company 2 was such a kind of simple-minded game. You know, you unlocked the weapons and each weapon had like maybe I think it was like 2 scopes and a bit more in terms of ammo and fucking bullet damage and stuff like that, and that was pretty much it. It was a pretty simple game, you know. Like, you could probably use any weapon you wanted and still do reasonably well. Battlefield 3 actually did a good job of balancing out a lot of guns, so that if you're a good enough player, you can use whatever the fuck you want. It's not like Call of Duty where you have to use like the best guns available, because you're just not going to do well, you know, because there's just going to be one guy camping in a corner, and yeah, it's just not going to end well. So yeah, so in Bad Company 3, are they going to include all of this, or are they going to go back to basics, you know? Personally, I would prefer if they kind of went back to basics, because, well, one, it would make the game come out sooner, and two, it would just be one of those games that, like, you won't stress about it, because, like, I never got mad or raged at Bad Company 2. I thought it was such an awesome game, and if we were having a bad match, you could still find ways to entertain yourself, whereas in Battlefield 3, you spawn, you get spawn raped, you know, shit, you're just having a bad time. Whereas in Bad Company 2, you know, you didn't really care too much. It was kind of like when Team Fortress 2 first came out. You did not care if you died, but now they have all this, like, MLG, Team Fortress 2 bullshit. I don't even play that game much anymore. It's too confusing, too much crap going on. They took a simple game and they made it too complicated. But another thing for Bad Company 3 is, what will it look like? What kind of feel will it give? Like, will I have these kind of awesome Battlefield 3 graphics? And you can see I just failed there. I'm still getting used to the mouse and stuff. It'll probably take me months before I'm any bit effective with it. But yeah, the graphics of Bad Company 3, will they look like Battlefield 3? Because Battlefield 3 is undeniably a beautiful fucking game. And it's so awesome. It's like, along with Crysis, it's probably one of the best looking first person shooters. Like, the Call of Duty series do not look good anymore. They just look dated, and, you know, like, kind of like they've been using the same engine or so for like since 2007. It just looks kind of ridiculous at this stage. I think with Call of Duty, if they went away for a year and came back with a completely, you know, remodeled game, I'd really like that, because like, I know a lot of like Call of Duty fanboys will cry and stuff, but if they just made the gameplay a bit different, you know, I'd probably start getting back into the series. But Call of Duty is just one of those dying series for me, whereas Battlefield, there's so much potential with these games, because like because you have like the vehicles and all these guns, and you can set it whenever the fuck you want. Just endless potential. Whereas in Call of Duty, you're forever running around a small map, you know, just hip firing and no scoping people, because to be honest, that's all that's ever gonna happen in those games. You know, they're going nowhere fast. But if you look at, say, the transition from Bad Company 2 to Battlefield 3, it was fucking huge. Like, it was a completely different game. Other than Battlefield being on it, you wouldn't know that they're the same, like, title. And I think that's amazing, because it means that there's so much potential to give and bullshit like that. But yeah, so what are your thoughts and opinions on Bad Company 3 when it does come out? Is it going to look like it's going to look like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4? I just turned into a sheep there. Or is it going to look kind of more like an updated Bad Company? Because I'd like that, you know. And if they just kept bringing out DLC maps for Bad Company 2, I'd probably play that more than Battlefield 3. You know, like Vietnam on Bad Company 2 was such an awesome idea, because not only was it like a bunch of new maps, but it was like new vehicles, and just it was like a completely different game just running off the Bad Company 2 engine, and that's why you need Bad Company 2 to run it. But it was a completely different game, and if they were to do things like that continually, I know they won't now, because like they've kind of lost the audience from Bad Company 2, but yeah, I'd go back and play it if it was available. So yeah, leave me your thoughts and opinions down below if you have any. And yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. Hope you have a nice fucking weekend and whatnot. I'm gonna enjoy myself tonight. I think I'm gonna watch Wreck-It Ralph tonight on my laptop or something, because it looks kind of cool, you know. I like all those old style vintage video games, so hopefully Pixar don't balls it up. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it on that debt there, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and good luck.